Cassidy had lots of people that wanted to go to the dance with her. Yes. Is what 15? So it said that the person that she's going to go with is either going to be a sophomore or a junior. So sophomores plus juniors would do the 15.
Okay, and then you it's just even out.
Yes, just reduce it from there.
Okay, thank you. So when a man and a woman love each other.
What?
When a man loves a woman,
So, similar. Suppose you're rolling a 6-sided die. What is the probability that you will roll an odd number or a number that is less than 4? So, can both of those occur?
Yes.
How can both of those occur but they couldn't last time?
Because it'd be like
What options do we have that would be less than 4 and odd? So 1 and 3 are less than 4 and are odd numbers. That's the worst and ever. Let's fix that. So 1 and 3 are less than 4 and they are odd. So these are two events that can occur at the same time.
Yes, sir.
Just like you can play on your phone and fail the quiz on Tuesday. It can happen at the same time.
Yeah, but we can play on our phone past too.
You can.
Like me.
This is beyond.
2,
4. Wait. Your parentheses aren't very good this one.
Yeah, they are. They look like parentheses.
But look, it looks like a C. It looks like 2 core 4.
Yes.
How you doing?
Good. Well, how about yourself?
Good.
Did you look at everyone slowly started to pay attention as like I was in
Yes. And then as soon as you left, it just went back to normal?
He said back to normal.
I'm gonna take a different.
Hey, Mr. Dodds, you should just stop teaching that freshman kid math.
Aiden?
Yeah, just stop it. He's just
He's got a
annoying.
C. He's not dumb.
You look pretty
He has
dumb.
like a 78.
2.
Some
One of the kids in
freshman.
my 4th period.
Hayden.
Hayden Roberts?
No, not Hayden.
Oh, I thought it was a wheelchair kid.
Wheelchair. Broken. You happened to him? This round.
I did not. Our formula needs to be adjusted a little bit. We're still looking for different conditions that need to be met. So the first part stays the same. It's still going to be
We never use it.
the probability of A plus the probability of B. That's not changing. That stays the same
We never
exactly
use
what we
that.
had before.
Shots, we never use that.
Never used what? We did.
We just did.
I didn't use it.
That's the probability of A plus the probability of B.
That's dumb.
I just didn't make you write it out like
You don't
this
need a formula. That's dumb.
first.
You hear
Dumb.
Now, there is a catch. Because there are some things that happen in both of them,
Yes.
what we have to do is we have to subtract their overlap.
Yeah.
We have to subtract what they have in common. Those things where both of them occur. Because as Ryan said, we do have some people that will play on their phone, we do have some people that will fail the test, but not everybody that plays on their phone fails the test. There's just that certain group that falls in that category. So that's what we have. That overlap doesn't take over both of the sets. If it did, then we would not have to worry about this. It's just when they overlap, but they're not completely the same set. Cool. So the other way to look at that is the first one minus or plus the second one minus the overlap. And again, it's still over whatever could happen. That doesn't change. But you have to remember to subtract the overlap. Where this gets kind of frustrating for some students is there's lots of different formats you're going to be given the problems. You're going to be given them as word problems. you're gonna be giving them as tables, you're gonna be giving them as Venn diagrams. Sometimes, depending on the format, it's easier to see where that overlap is than in others. But you have to be able to do them in all.
We did this, or there was a probability.
Picture of a fraction plus a fraction minus a fraction.
It makes more sense to me
It
to
doesn't work out.
stay with like a similar formula throughout than like
Correct.
change it. That's
Yeah.
like so upsetting me.
Okay.
Oh my God.
So if we look at example 2, according to the table, how many people like Carolina?
All the idiots.
No one.
You had no idea.
If you have big dumb, you might want to hear.
So according to the table, there are
No.
460 people that like Carolina.
Boo-hoo.
Thank you.
So what would the probability that someone likes Carolina be?
Almost a half.
Like 0 out of 20.
How would we write that fraction?
0 over 20.
Or 60 over 800.
There we go.
No, you're not putting AC over it.
Then change it to NC State and it will be fine.
It will be fun.
Okay.
But not that many people like NC State, that's just the law.
A lot of people like NC State.
Why?
More of our faculty likes NC State than likes Carolina or Duke.
Really? I figured that. I figured there'd be more.
Most of the faculty is NC State. A lot of our faculty went to NC State.
Oh, that makes sense.
Would you like Miss Ducks at Ohio State?
Yes.
Why?
I've liked them since I was a little kid. My grandparents grew up outside of
I
Columbus, Ohio.
like how you have like so many different.
There's like 3 people at it.
Where did you go to school?
Madison's not bad.
Basketball,
At 80.
580. So if we write that as our probability, that would be 580 over 800.
Who watches Duke football?
Miss Haley.
They went to a bowl game.
I was about to say that.
Yep.
Carolina didn't go to a bowl game.
Yeah.
That's tough. But NC State.
Now, also according to our chart, how many people like both Carolina and basketball?
Everybody.
So 460 plus 580.
So what we have to do is if we're finding the probability of someone liking Carolina or basketball,
Yes.
those are the different numbers that we have to employ into this. Because while we do still have a total of 800 people, 800 would go on the bottom, that doesn't change until Monday. Up until Monday, we're fine, and that doesn't change. Monday, whole new set of rules comes in. But until Monday, we don't have to worry about it. What?
I just stressed.
Why?
Josephine.
So out of those 800 people, how many liked Carolina?
Yeah. 460.
460.
Which one?
So that's our first option. Out of those 800, how many like basketball? The 580. The problem is we have people that are getting counted twice. And right now their opinion matters more than other people. Because they got counted for Carolina, then we counted them for basketball. And Maddie's still mad that we put Carolina in here at all. So we definitely don't want to count those people twice.
Yeah.
So because they're being counted in both groups, we have to then take and subtract what that's going to be.
Why did you?
Because that 320 people was part of the 460 and it was part of the 580.
Oh, you're.
We don't need to count them twice from each group. We only need to count them once. So by subtracting the overlap, that takes care of them being counted twice and then results in them only being counted once. Mr. Ash.
The overlap comes from both the first and the second terms that you know about, right?
Yes.
So for the test, is it gonna be formatted like that?
Madison, where's the
Marina has.
Okay. You were gone for a long time. I was worried. TKD, what was your question?
Is the test, whatever we're gonna be formatted like that? Like A.
There'll be tables like A, B, C, D.
Yeah, like A is the first part, B is the second part, C is.
Not necessarily. Yeah. So, 460 plus 580 minus 320
But that's my name.
is 720 divided by 800. We'll give you a final answer of 9/10 when we release it. Why are you thus stressed?